The truth about my older woman, no one tells. People often have many ideas about older women. Some say they're too serious, too set in their ways, or that they want control. But the truth, it's something deeper, something real, that no one talks about. My older woman, she's full of stories. Not just the kind you hear at parties, but stories that shape her, stories that show in the way she smiles and the way she trusts. She's been through life's ups and downs, seen love come and go, felt heartbreak and healing. That's why she moves carefully, because she knows what her heart is worth. She's not here to play games or waste time. She's here to love, truly and deeply, but on her own terms. And yes, she's wiser, not just from books, but from real-life lessons. She understands what matters and what doesn't. She's learned to protect her peace, to set boundaries and to expect respect. But what no one tells you is this. She's not afraid to be vulnerable. She's not scared to show that beneath the strong exterior, there's a woman who still wants to be seen, to be wanted, to be loved for who she really is. Her love isn't loud or flashy. It's quiet, steady, and real. She's the kind of woman who stays, even when the world feels like it's falling apart. And that's the truth no one talks about. The strength and softness living side by side. The beauty in experience, the depth in her love. At first, some people might misunderstand her. They might think she's too serious or too quiet. But what they don't see is the fire beneath that calm surface. She's been through seasons of life that taught her patience, but also when to stand her ground. She's learned that not everyone deserves her time or energy, and she doesn't waste either on people who don't matter. What's beautiful is how she balances strength and softness. She knows how to take care of herself, but she's also generous with her love, the kind that heals, that comforts, that makes you feel safe. Her experience has given her a clear view of what she wants and what she won't accept. She values honesty over excuses, respect over empty words, and when she loves, it's with all of her heart, without fear or hesitation. But here's something else no one tells you. She still dreams, still hopes, still believes in magic, even if she's learned to protect herself first. She's not just an older woman. She's a woman who's been tested by life and chosen to keep loving anyway. That's a kind of courage that many don't understand, and it's what makes her truly rare. There's a depth to her that many people don't notice at first. It's not flashy or loud. It's quiet, steady, like the roots of a tree that hold everything together during a storm. She's been through enough to understand the value of time, and she spends it wise energy on drama or games. But she also knows how to open her heart in ways that feel real and honest. One thing I admire about her is how she carries herself. It's not about looking younger or trying to fit into someone else's idea of what a woman should be. She's comfortable in her own skin, and that confidence is magnetic. She's learned to love her own story, every scar, every joy, every lesson, and that self-acceptance is powerful. With her, conversations aren't just small talk or surface-level chatter. They go deeper. She challenges you to think, to feel, to grow. She listens with intention, not just waiting to respond, but really hearing what you say. That kind of presence is rare, and it changes how you see the world and yourself. People might say an older woman is set in her ways, but that's not the whole picture. She's flexible where it counts, open to new experiences, and curious about life. But she's also firm on the things that matter: loyalty, honesty, kindness. She doesn't compromise her values, and she doesn't settle for less than she deserves. Another truth nobody talks about is how much love she has to give. Sometimes it's easy to forget because society puts so much pressure on youth and appearance. But her love isn't about showing off or being dramatic. It's steady, reliable, the kind of love that becomes a safe harbor. When she cares, she commits fully, not because she needs to, but because she wants to. And yes, she's had heartbreak. She's made mistakes. She's been hurt. But instead of letting those things break her, she's used them to grow stronger. That resilience makes her someone you want beside you. Not just for the good times, but through the challenges too. She knows what it means to forgive, to heal, to keep trying. People don't always see the sacrifices she's made, the dreams she might have paused, the battles she fought quietly behind the scenes. But those experiences have shaped her into the woman she is today, wise, loving, and ready for the next chapter. So when you meet an older woman like this, don't judge her by what you think you know. Look closer. See the layers. But because she genuinely wants to share her life with someone who matches her spirit. One thing many don't realize is how deeply nurturing she can be. It's not about playing a role or fulfilling expectations. It's about a natural kindness that flows from her experiences, the lessons she's gathered along the way. She cares fiercely, not just about the people she loves, but also about their growth and happiness. She's the kind of woman. Appreciate the wisdom in her eyes and the kindness in her actions. Because the truth about my older woman, the part no one tells you, is that she's one of the most valuable people you'll ever have in your life. And once you see that, you won't want to let her go. There's a strength in her that's quiet, but unshakable. It's not the kind of strength that screams or demands attention. Instead, it's the steady kind that holds everything together, who will stand by your side through your darkest times and celebrate your smallest victories. She's also incredibly patient, but not in a way that tolerates disrespect or neglect. Her patience comes from understanding that everything in life moves in its own time, and rushing never brings true happiness. She waits for the right moments, the right people, the right reasons, because she knows that some things are worth holding out for. At the same time, she's not afraid to speak her mind. Years have taught her that her voice matters, and she uses it wisely. She doesn't waste energy on petty arguments or drama, but when something is important, she stands firm. That balance between strength and tenderness is rare and beautiful. Another truth no one often talks about is how playful and joyful she can be. There's a lightness beneath the seriousness, a spark that sometimes surprises people who only see her maturity and grace. She knows how to laugh, really laugh, and she knows how to find happiness in simple moments. That joy is contagious, and it's one of the reasons being around her feels so alive. And yes, there might be insecurities, moments of doubt, who doesn't have them? But she's learned to face those feelings honestly, without letting them control her. She works on herself, grows with every challenge, and doesn't shy away from becoming better. That kind of self-awareness is powerful and inspiring. So the truth about my older woman no one tells you isn't just about age or appearance. It's about a whole lifetime of growth, strength, love, and wisdom wrapped into one incredible person. She's someone who understands what really matters, who loves deeply but wisely, and who has so much to offer if you're willing to see her for who she truly is. What many don't realize is that she carries a history, a story written in quiet moments and loud victories. She's lived through seasons that taught her patience, courage, and the true meaning of resilience. Those experiences aren't scars but badges of honor, proof that she has fought for herself and for the people she loves. She doesn't shy away from responsibility because she knows that life is messy and imperfect. Instead, she faces it head on, knowing that real growth comes from facing challenges, not avoiding them. This is why she often acts as a rock in her relationships, steady, reliable, and strong enough to hold space for others when they can't hold themselves. There's also a deep honesty in her that can be disarming. She doesn't pretend to be flawless or perfect, and she won't pretend to be someone she's not. That kind of authenticity is rare, especially in a world that often encourages masks and facades. With her, what you see is what you get, and that truthfulness is a gift, even when it's hard. She values respect above all else, respect for herself, for others, and for the relationship. She expects loyalty and trust, not because she's demanding, but because she knows that without those foundations, love cannot thrive. She has no patience for games or half-truths, and that clarity often surprises those who expect drama or confusion. Another truth about her is her incredible emotional intelligence. She senses feelings and unspoken words with an accuracy that can seem almost like intuition. This ability allows her to nurture connections with empathy and understanding, making people feel seen and heard in a way few others can manage. While some might assume that an older woman is set in her ways, she's actually quite open to growth, to new experiences, to love that feels alive and evolving. Age has given her a freedom to be herself, without the fear of judgment. She's learned to prioritize her happiness and well-being, knowing that true love respects and supports those choices. There's also a sensuality about her that's natural and unapologetic. It's not about appearances or youth, but about confidence and the comfort of knowing her own body and desires. That self-assurance makes her magnetic in a way that goes far beyond surface attraction. Most importantly, she loves with intention. She doesn't rush or settle because she knows the value of what she offers. Her love is mature, thoughtful, and deep. The kind that builds a partnership rather than just a moment. So, the truth about my older woman no one tells is that she is a complete package. Strength and softness, wisdom and playfulness, honesty and passion. And for those lucky enough to be in her life, she's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of love.